Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm sharing a thrift haul for fall. I'm so excited. I love thrifting. I also love fall. So this is a super fun video for me and I hope you guys enjoyed just as much as I do. I have a lot of things here that they're not necessarily like labeled fall decor, but they are definitely labeled fall decor items for my home. So these are things like brass pieces. There are some candlesticks here. There are some fabrics here. There are some pillows here, a little bit of everything. This is just the things that I like to personally incorporate into my home for fall decorating and just adding those really warm, rich tones to my space. So all of these things either came from the thrift store, an antique store. I think a few of these things came from fall markets. So different things along those lines, just things that I have personally gotten secondhand. So I have tons of vessels and literally just a lot of everything. So we're just gonna go ahead and dive right into it. No particular order. We'll go ahead and start with one of my favorites that's just sitting right here. So I did share a couple of these things whenever I filmed the video when I went through my fall tote. So a couple of these are repeats, but most of them are not. So anyways, first up is this brass pumpkin. I love it so incredibly much. This was actually a secondhand gift to me. One of my best friends, every year whenever John and I host our Friendsgiving, she and her husband gift us some type of hosting gift. And last year, this was our hosting gift and I absolutely love it. And what's super cool about it is like a canister. So my plan is to keep like some little fall like candies and just things that you can only purchase like during the fall season. And anyway, I absolutely love that one. Next up, these are things that I love incorporating each season, and I can't wait to add in like those richer colors. So I love thrifting picture frames and adding in like Etsy prints to them. So this is one that I actually used last winter, but I think that the colors are beautiful for fall. So this is just in an old frame that I've had literally forever, and I just have prints like these specific prints in here now. I am wanting to change these out for something a little more like literally geared towards fall. So rather that be like pumpkin photos or like fall landscape photos, something like that. But you get the gist with these moody pictures here. I think they are so pretty and I love layering them together on my buffet and just like different areas throughout our home. Next up, I shared this one in a recent antique video and I love it. So it is this tray. A lot of people said that like, you know, a few years ago people would use these on like their vanity, like women would use like for makeup, jewelry, perfume, things like that. I love that. I think that is so pretty, so timeless. But for me personally, I am going to end up using it right here on this coffee table and putting a fall arrangement, maybe a candle, something along those lines. But I love the gold detail and it is a mirror. So you guys can see that there. It is super pretty. I found this at a local antique store for $8. It was such a steal, so I cannot wait to style this here on my coffee table. I think it'll just add a really pretty touch and again with that timeless feel. Okay, next up I have some candles and candle holders. So I am a sucker for all kinds of candles, battery operated candles, real candles, whatever the case may be. But these specific ones are battery operated ones that I have found at thrift stores. So this one here, I've had for a couple years, but I like it for fall because it does have like some dried flowers in there. They kind of look like just like a wheat or something. I don't know how well you guys can see that, but I love just turning these on. It does have like a subtle glow. Of course, at nighttime you can see that a little bit better, but I have that one. I actually have two of these. And then this one I recently got from the Goodwill. It actually still has the sticker on it. It was $2.79, and again, it has that subtle glow. So for fall, I can either put this in like a candle ring on a really pretty dish or something, set it on my coffee table or dining room table, literally anywhere. But keeping an eye out for battery operated candles, I love that because I love that cozy ambiance during the cooler months. Okay, I have several sets of candlesticks that I want to share with you guys. Again, some thrifted, some from markets, things like that. This first set here is one of my all-time favorites. I love using these for pretty much any season, but they just feel very like fall-like to me. So it is these brown candle holders. The detail around the sides kind of resembles a leaf in my opinion. So I think they are super pretty. I do have two of them. These I bought off of a friend I don't know, several years ago. I've had them for a really long time now, but I love them. Some of my all-time favorite candle holders that I have. And then sneak peek as to what I'm going to be using in my home this year for fall. I love brass, but even more so adding a little bit of ribbon to my fall decor. And I know that was like a big like hit last year during like Christmas, like a ton of people used ribbon and whatnot, rightfully so. It's beautiful. But for fall, I think I want to add in some for fall. So if you guys watched my Hobby Lobby shop with me video, then you saw where I did share some battery operated candles that I bought, and I had mentioned wanting to do something like this. So I kind of have it already like staged up, but I do love the brass. So those are really good items to look for fall. And then this thing here, I found at a fall market last year, and it is gigantic. This thing is quite heavy. It is this beautiful candlestick, like chamber candlestick holder. It is stunning. It is true brass, and it just has a ton of detail. So it does have some wood on there. Also has a really heavy brass base. I bought 2 of these last year at a fall market. It was 2 for $35, which for something like this size and this like grade of quality, I thought that was a steal. I love these. I think they are so pretty just as is. I hardly ever even add candles to mine, honestly, because I think they're just so pretty by themselves, but love looking for like good staple pieces like this for the fall months. Okay, next thing I have is some fabric here. This is actually like a tablecloth, I believe. I've had this for several years now, but it is this gigantic piece of plaid fabric. I got it at the thrift store for $4 a long time ago, and I love it. So I will use this like as a blanket if we're outside, like painting pumpkins or doing something like that. I can also throw it on my dining room table if I want to use it as a tablecloth. There's tons of options, but I do love this. I love just the pretty pattern. I've also just thrown this on my bed before and just added like some fall color that way, and it's definitely big enough that you could use it as a blanket if you wanted to as well. But looking for like pretty fabrics and pretty patterns and things like that are something I like to personally keep an eye out for. And on that same note of fabrics and pattern, I did recently thrift this plaid pillow. So I think this is super cute as well. It does have the wooden buttons. This is a cover, so it does come off. Of course, I've already washed it and whatnot, but I found this at the Goodwill recently for like $4. It was very inexpensive. I originally bought it for resale, but I really like it, so I think I'm going to keep it for myself. But I do love this one. I love adding like those plaid elements for fall. I think it is super pretty, so love that one. Next up, this is just a staple that people use all year long. I personally love them as well, just as much as everyone else, and that is tried and true old books. So I found these last year at a fall market. They were like $4 and $5 a piece, I believe, but I love just like the aged look that they have. They're super pretty and worn in, and you can't go wrong with adding books to like a tabletop or a mantle, anything like that. If you have like a hutch, just things like that. I just think it gives your home a very like lived in and cozy feel. So looking for old books is always something on my mind as well. Okay, next up I have a couple of copper pieces. So copper, of course, you can use that again all year long, but copper for fall, it just seems like they go hand in hand, you know? They're just warm and cozy, and I love that. So I have a few like little ladles that I thrifted a while ago. These were like $2 a piece. They have like wooden handles, and they do have a little like hanger up there if you wanted to do that. But I love them. I mainly just use these as decor, honestly. I've never personally like used them while cooking or anything. I just think they're pretty as is, and they were very inexpensive, so I don't mind using things like this for decor when I didn't pay, you know, a ton of money for them. But I think these are so pretty. Love the copper. And along the same lines as that, again, copper, use it all year long. But for fall, if you have like copper kitchen canisters or copper mugs, anything along those lines, I suggest setting them on the counter and letting them be on display because they're so pretty, and why not? So I do have a set of copper canisters. They actually came in a set of 4. I'm just sharing the 2 right now because they all look the same. They just have a different letter or a different name on them. So I have one that says flour, sugar, this one is coffee, and this one is tea. So they are so pretty. I bought these secondhand off of a friend. She was selling them at a Christmas market, Target, and I love these. So they add a really good like warm element to my kitchen, and I think that that is perfect for fall decorating. Next up, basically everything else I'm getting ready to share with you are vessels. These are tons of different vessels that I love looking for. You cannot go wrong when it comes to decorating with them for fall specifically. So we're just gonna go ahead and dive right in. First one is this beautiful picture here. So I feel like on camera it's coming off like bright white. It is not bright white in person. It's actually more of like an ivory, like an off-white, but it is super pretty. So picture this on a dining room table filled with fall florals. It would be stunning. So I love the detail on here. There's a lot of detail on the handle and even like around the spout and stuff. It is very pretty. Also around the base, just everything. A lot of detail put into this one, and just looks like a true like pottery piece. So I love this. I love using pictures and different vessels for decorating each season. So I love that one. That one came from a thrift store. I don't remember how much it was, but I did get it this year. And then another piece, this was a recent find. I think I shared this in a Thrift With Me video, but it is this like marbly looking vase. It is so pretty. It has greens and blacks and browns in there. This one was $4 at the thrift store. Love that. Another piece I love using, it's so cute and perfect for fall, is this little pitcher. So this would be so cute with like creamer in it if you were hosting like a friend's breakfast party or something like that and you wanted to kind of step it up a notch and just have some fun. You can add your favorite like coffee creamers, or even like put like little toothpicks or anything like that in there, little stir like spoons, things like that, and just have this on the table. It'd be super cute. So I love just the colors on there. It has a lot of those richer, darker tones, and it is like a true like pottery piece. Okay, next up I have some Crocs. Can't go wrong with Crocs. I love them, but I don't always love the price. So I try to find them the best deal that I can. I have these two here that I will use in different areas of my home. This one actually still has the tag on it. This one I got at a fall market last year for $15, still has the tag, and I love it. So it has a ton of patina on there. You can use them as is. Of course, you can put florals in there. If it had a wider spout or like wider opening, you can put like wooden spoons in there, things like that. But love looking for Crocs. I am planning on putting these in my hutch, kind of styling them that way, more of that like old world vibe, if you will, and I love that. So they are very similar in color, but I did get them in two different spots at two different times. So I typically try not to pay like over $15 for my Crocs, depending on the size. I actually think that's the most I've ever paid, is $15. So that's like kind of the price range I aim for. Of course, it is harder to find them at cheaper prices, but anyway, that's just what I tried to do. But the next two things I love are, again, with the brass pieces, but specific like brass vessels. This is one of my all-time favorite ones. I use this all the time, all year long. But again, with the fall florals and a brass vase, so pretty. This one has like some dimpling on it, like all throughout the whole thing. It is so pretty. I found this at an antique store. I think I paid like $12 for this. It was very inexpensive, and I think it is so pretty. It has like a lip on there and a pretty wide opening, so you can put a ton of florals in there if you wanted to. But love this on a coffee table. Again, just zhuzhing it up with some flowers, adding some candlesticks next to it. So pretty. And then I also have this one here. This is originally from Target from like a year or two ago, but I found it at the thrift store, and I actually have two of these. One I found at the thrift store, one I found at the antique store. So anyway, originally from Target, it was $15, and it is, I believe, the Threshold. It doesn't say the brand, but super pretty, and it's just like a really just timeless piece that you can use all year round. Okay, almost forgot. So these are actually not thrifted. I didn't buy these at all, actually. They came from my mom's backyard. So if you are somebody that has hydrangeas, you can, you know, clip them off at the end of the season once they have bloomed and whatnot, and they will look like dried, you know, dried hydrangeas. So the green here, just ignore that. That's actually just a faux stem from Hobby Lobby. But the hydrangeas here are what we are looking at. They are beautiful. I'm definitely planning on using these this year in my fall decorating. I think they are stunning. And if you don't have any that are dried out by then you can clip some off whenever they are dried and save them for the next year. That's actually what we did. These came off of my mom's hydrangea bush like after Christmas, and I use these in my winter decorating. But they've held up great. I've just kept them in a little vase in my storage closet where I keep my home decor. But Hobby Lobby right now has the most beautiful hydrangea stems in their fall line, and I love them. They are so pretty, but they're like $7 for one stem and it only has one bloom on it. So that seems kind of pricey to me, especially when you would more than likely want multiple. So I'm actually going to be sharing a DIY. Hopefully it turns out. I have a fall DIY video that I'm going to be sharing in the month of August, full of fall DIY projects, and I'm going to be trying to make a like dried hydrangea look with a Walmart white hydrangea. So I'm going to be doing spray paint, kind of doing some fun little things to that. So stay tuned for that if you want a more budget friendly option for the hydrangeas if you don't have like access to a real one. But anyways, now that is all for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you so much for being here. I'm so pumped for fall. If you are too, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you are new, and stay tuned. I have tons more fall content coming your way. We are just getting started. So thank you guys for being here, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye guys.